y'all, it's Jen. Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be showing you my step-by-step process to journaling. This may be helpful if you find it overwhelming or that you may be collecting too many things and there's too many options and you just need ideas for a workflow. So here we go. Let's do this. So some time ago I found these project containers from Walmart, and I think you can pretty much pick these up wherever, department stores or online. And the first thing I do is I go through my project box that contains packaging, things that people have sent me in the mail, Happy Mail, drawings that I want to save, that the kids have made me, any packaging, business cards, that you can see there's some art that I did this month that I included. And so I'm picking out these little ephemera things, and I'm also choosing the photos that I want to work on. And that pretty much it sums down to what do I want to journal about today. So what happened this month? You know, I'm going to dig through my first bin to see what my theme is going to be and what I'm going to talk about. So today I decided to work on a day where my kids and I were creating collage together at the dining table. So here I'm picking out things that they've given me that show their creativity, and I'm just going to make this a general theme of, you know, how creative my kids are. And so that's the subject or the topic that I chose. So I grabbed all the relevant ephemera, and I didn't use all of it, but you know, you'll see how much I use because this is just a lot. I also included in that creativity theme a picture of my daughter and a fake party that she planned. She wanted us to have a party during the summer, so she practiced making invitations and setting up the party. She set up some food, just, you know, leftovers we had. And I thought that was just adorable. So I'm going to include that in my creativity spread. For this month, since I pre-decorated my journal, which is a new technique that I'm using, I am simply now just going to pick out a spread that I think would match the vibe I'm going for and would complement the theme. And so since I'm talking about a day where we sat down and worked on collage and we were creative, I chose this spread where it's very colorful piece of scrapbook paper, and then on a recycled page there's some, you know, kids tempera paint sticks, and then some ephemera by February and June. So this is all relevant. And so I reused an envelope that I received in Happy Mail from Heart Musings from Crystal. I love her. So that's going to help me contain all of this, some of that artwork and the ephemera that I pulled from my box. So yeah, I'm just kind of prepping this page, and I have decided where I'm going to work at. So I have that ready for the next step. Okay, so this is tricky. I don't want to sound like narcissistic or stuck up, but yeah, I go through my own artwork, my own ephemera that I've made, because by the way, I have been creating ephemera for journalers on my Patreon, and the link is in the description as always. So I go through my work to see if there's anything relevant to the topic. So I also have that broken down in a separate project bin. So far this is the second bin that we've gone through, and we have pulled the photos and the personal ephemera like packaging and things that we want to choose. Then we have chosen a spread to work on within our journals, whether that be a blank journal, a junk journal. You know, you got to find the appropriate page. You know, you have pages that are big enough to hold, you know, what you're going to journal about. Do you want to obstruct the view of that page in your junk journal? You know, in other words, you know, if you have a children's like illustration that's really cute, maybe don't use that one because you need a lot of space for what you're going to be journaling about. Or think about, do you have any recycled envelopes, any new envelopes that you could use for additional storage. So I've gone through my things and found some things I might want to use, and then we're ready to jump to the next step. So I have another bin to hold the cutouts from the various Patreon pages that I am a member of. So I'm going through to see if there is any relevant art that is around creativity or painting and doing, various art activities. So I'm going through all the ephemera that belongs to my friends, and just choosing what I think will work. And I tend to choose more than I know I'm gonna use because, you do the auditioning process, see what fits and see what matches and complements the mixed media that you already put down on your page. So I have lots of ephemera built up, so I'm trying to use more than I typically would at this stage because I just have so much. And I'm also thinking of another project to use more of my Patreon artwork. I don't know what you call a person who's running a Patreon. I guess, I don't know, artist, Patreon artist, I'm not sure. But I have a lot of miniature sizes that they've provided for those that have a weekly Hobonichi kind of thing. So I think I'm going to start doing something like a pocket journaling. You know how like snail mail people, they use these pocket letters. I don't know. I'm thinking of doing something like that. I don't know. I will keep you guys posted. But here you can see a sampling of ephemera that I use. I have Pocket Journal Pam. I have Jenna Templeton. And I have Susie's Tiny Desk, Cat Collage Club, and February and June. I think that's all. Okay. So you guys enjoy seeing a sneak peek of the art that my friends have. I really love it. It's even though you're not using all of it, it's wonderful. It's so exciting to see their new release of their art. What were they thinking that month? What inspired them? What kind of novel things did they come up with? It's really, really inspiring. And I think for me, it's more of a inspiration type feeling that I get from being part of these artists' Patreons. It's stuff that you don't really see every day on their social media. So I do love that. I really enjoy it. So from here on out, I have the various items that you can it's like the sprinkle on top of your journal spread. I have these various items in similar baskets in another location of my little craft space. So in this step, I'm gonna pick out a few washi tapes in case I need to tape down like a journal card or a flip out kind of thing. So just to have it on hand so I don't forget to use it. So go through your washi tape and kind of see what you think would complement the spread. And then in that way, if it's in front of you, then you're more likely to use it when you need it. So here though I do have my background decorated already, my envelope is a little, barren. So I would like to add some scraps over it to add more design and decoration and color and texture and variation. And you can also use scraps to kind of outline any photos that you glue down. So that's just adding more layers and texture so things stand out. And I use a lot of time the journal cards by February and June. She does a wonderful job of making these really beautiful mixed media journaling cards in various sizes. So you can either use something like that or these scrap papers, painted papers I have, to back journaling cards or playing cards if you want to, dress up the back of them and then do additional writing. So yeah, so I have, you saw the little organizer I made that out of some boxes from Dollar Tree. And I just used wood glue to glue them together into rows. So it's kind of like a filing system of sorts with my hand painted paper. So yeah, I hope that's helpful in that, you know, you could do something similar. I don't follow every single step every single time. It just depends on what your page, your spread is going to call for. But yeah, I want to do a better job of going through all my little elements, my little, you know, toppings, I guess. Like, think of the spread as like an ice cream, like a banana split, okay? And you've done the basics, you've done the foundation, you decided what flavor ice cream you're gonna get, which is like your topic or your theme or what happened to you. And so you need some toppings. So what are you going to add? Are you going to add some painted scrap paper? Are you going to add some washi tape, some stickers, some, you know, fabric textiles, and just put them in different containers, and you just go through it like a step-by-step, do a step-by-step system. So yeah, I hope it helps. It becomes much easier if you have you're sort of organized and you have a general outline of what you like to do. So I'm digging right in. I haven't gone through all of my steps yet, but I'm starting the process of laying things down. So I'm going through my ephemera and the ephemera of my friends, and I'm gonna start kind of deciding where things go. What is the layout gonna be? So right here I'm just reinforcing things and re-gluing them so that they'll stick down. And I always keep a little piece of paper beside me so that I can glue, so that the glue doesn't seep out and around and on the front of your ephemera, though it tends to happen anyway for me. And yeah, and I also, I guess this is a step, but not technically, but I just noticed, I mean, that's part of journaling, right? I mean, now you're in a flow, you're kind of just, your creative part is just taking over, the creative part of your brain. So I used my wax pastels just to outline that collaged rectangle that I made. Yeah, so I got my photos ready to go, and I've decided what to put them on. So that's kind of what I used as a background for my photos. I'm always using a background because I think it kind of outlines, you know, the thing that you want to focus on across the spread. And I'm using, I use my little glue stick that is from my Patreon. I love it. It's so huge. It fit perfectly over that envelope. And I used the little notebook paper that's also from Patreon this month because I did kind of like a back to school for adults theme. So yeah, the link is there if you want to check that out. And yeah, I'm just doing the auditioning process and deciding, you know, what am I going to use and where is everything going to go. And as soon as you see a good layout that you like, go ahead and glue it down and, you know, just get it done. Like, you don't have to, you know, stress about it and spend so much time. Later, you'll see that I do really, you know, jam-pack stuff together, but that's just because I just wanted a lot of stuff to go on this spread. I wanted to see how much I could fit because I really want to use up that beautiful Patreon art that I have. So those are some cute little images from Collage Club on the right. It's a little girl doing some art, and the mug with the pins is from Pocket Journal Pam. So I thought those were all like creativity and art related. And this is a little page of texture from Susie's Tiny Desk that I just loved. I think it's so pretty. And yeah, I was trying to find a background because I really wanted to use Jenna Templeton's Rainbow Bright character, the little sprites. Yeah, I don't think I end up using the white one, but I think I should have now that I'm thinking about it. So here's a need for my washi tape, and I'm glad I had it at hand so I didn't forget about it. Otherwise, I probably just would have glued that piece of paper on. But now I can actually journal about what happened that day. So I'm just testing out which little creatures that will go on there. And I liked it, so I just went for it. This little pencil image is from Susie's Tiny Desk. That is her YouTube channel, and it's linked. And through that, I believe you can navigate to her Patreon page, but she makes very beautiful and such a huge variety of art. And so I ended up layering this Collage Club cat over a February and June piece. She also had some arty supplies in a cup. So this is the photo of my girls with their little pretend party. It was really cute. And here I went ahead and glued it down, and I guess I glued it down too soon because I was like, wow, I think I could put something else behind that. Because like I said, I'm just trying to use as much of this ephemera as I can, because it would be nice to then just go to like a month-to-month plan where every month when the creator comes out with stuff, I can cut it out immediately and use it that month. I kind of came in late, and so I was like overwhelmed with so much art. But that's the really neat thing that I love, that the creators are keeping their old collections up, because you can go back, and if there were things that you really loved but you didn't have the money at the time to support them, it's there, and you can really dig for different things. Like you can see a lot of people are using the similar things from that month in their journal, and maybe you want to be a little different, so you can go lurk years ago and see what the creators had for you to download. So here I wanted to use Jenna's little party frame. I didn't have enough space, but I was like, I don't care. I'm just going to mush this in. And yeah, so I know it kind of looks like it's an awkward composition, but I really don't mind. I'm trying to let go of this like whole composition thing with the journal and just smather a ton of stuff on the spread. So yeah, I realized that I had way too much paper to fit in that envelope. So I realized that there are some things that can be journaled in different pieces. So some of these little art things that the kids made are relevant to other stories from this past summer. So I'm going to wait on those. And yeah, I think I'm almost done. And there's another step though coming. But oh yeah, I want to use all that I can. So this is a little scrap. And it carried over from Susie's little splattering texture thing down there. And a good tip is to make sure that you're balancing similar things on both sides of the spread. If you're doing like a double page spread, repeat things on both sides. Like here I repeated the use of like rainbow colors on both sides, and the use of art supplies through the whole thing. And yeah, so that will make your spread look cohesive if that's something that you're going for. So here you might find that you want to tie the pages together even more, and maybe you want to add a top layer to your spread. So I have my background layers done, which was that pre-decoration stuff I did of mixed media. And then I have my second layer, which is all the ephemera and the photographs. So to tie all of that together, I have the last layer, which is any additional media, any sprinkles, not the toppings of the ice cream, but the sprinkles. So in this case, do you have any stamps that you want to use? here I needed to write some words out on the top of that notebook paper. So I grabbed my little alpha stamps, and so I'm gonna, write out some phrases and things. But if you have any other stamps that would be relevant to this, you can add that. Do you want to make additional marks across the spread that are all in the same color? That would help tie all of the pages together. Is anything lost into the background that you can't quite see? Try to squint your eyes kind of a little far away from your spread and see if there's something that is not sticking out. I'm squinching and I can see on the left side that it's all like kind of smothered together. So, typically I would get a paint marker in a contrasting color, and I would put a line around it, a border. I'm not sure if I did that because there's just so much going on. I have washi tape, and it's like a film strip frame that I did in Canva. But yeah, you can look back and see if there's any kind of other like wet media that you'd like to add. Oh, I did grab those paint markers. I don't know. I don't even know if I really needed to, but yeah, that left side is just really mushed and crazy. But again, I don't care. It's my personal journal. But yeah, that's that. So this is the additional, these are the sprinkles. So I'm always using, paint markers to add just additional layers. So not everything is just paper. You know what I mean? The background, I have some paints going on and some mixed media, but the second layer is like all paper, so I don't want it to just be paper. So I'm adding even a third layer and adding some wet media over the existing paper. So yeah, it just looks more, layered, I guess. I think layering it adds a lot of interest. You could have philosophy, more is more. I don't know if I'm a more is more person. I feel like things get lost when you're doing more is more. As long as it's still kind of contrasting to me and I can't fit anything else, I think that's when I know that I'm done decorating it. I could have added more to that right panel that's on the envelope, but I decided to give my eye a break over there, because it is still busy, but it's a nice break. I did put a little rectangle around the notebook page, which that's kind of cool. It brings it out a lot more. And I love this hot green marker. I think that kind of adds some pops here and there. Yeah, I think that page is standing out a little more now that I'm squinting my eyes. Yeah, I kind of like that, even though it's still kind of mushed together. But yeah, think about what other things you guys have. Do you have gelatos? Do you have Caran d'Ache crayons? Do you have twistable crayons? What would look good on top? If you have any brown spaces, what about gel pens? Any white gel pens? So I think this is the finishing touch here, and I think this might be the last step, but you can see I also have a bin for some stickers. So that's these are the sprinkles I'm going to put on top of our sundae. And yeah, I'm just going through to see if there's anything relevant. I don't really use a lot of stickers. I don't know why, I have a lot of them, but yeah, they're fun. So I saw the cute rainbow. I got that at Dollar Tree a while ago. I really like that. And just seeing if anything else is vibing with the page. That is okay, I will say that the star stickers from Dollar Tree is my all-time favorite because they always look good. They always match, because you can get a coordinating color. And they're kind of on the more mature side, They're not too juvenile looking. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because I have tons of juvenile stuff in my journals. I love that. I love kid-like stuff. But if you have a spread where you did more art, and you want it to reflect that, a little more serious, those stars add a really great texture. And they come in a big pack at Dollar Tree. So yeah, get out your bin that has all your stickers. And yeah, I just quickly went through mine. I don't even think I went all the way to the bottom. I just have so many. So this might be another thing where we need to we need to use them up. But yeah, I found a little balloon animal that I got from Dollar Tree that works. If I thought it had an inkling of working, I put it on there because I just really want to use the stuff up. So, and another suggestion to cut down on supplies, if you are thinking, oh, well, you hardly have any supplies or anything to go through, you know, if you go through your stuff and kind of do a purging and donate it to a local school, like all your crafty stuff to a local school or library or thrift store, you know, you'll find that there's a lot of stuff that you just don't like and you don't respond to. So you passing that along to someone else, you know, they may enjoy it as well, especially little kids. They really think everything is cute, you know. So yeah, you'll see that your supplies will be easier to manage. I feel like I kind of have a minimal approach to journaling, but you haven't seen my shed. I have even more crap in there. But yeah, I think it's much easier if you can manage your supplies and hold on to things that you really do love and enjoy and that you'll use in your spreads. So I hope that was helpful, guys. I think that was the last step. And I also have another bin that has handmade stamps. It's similar to the other bins that contained all the stickers and my washi tape. But that has my handmade stamps. So like I said, you know, when you're, finished your middle layer, what else can you add to it? Do you want to add stamps? Or did you add stamps on the first layer, like in your background? And then I have another bin that is just totally miscellaneous and it has all kinds of weird stuff in it. And that's another bin that can be helpful to you, especially if you have vintage ephemera and odds and ends and playing cards and stuff like that. You can have that as well. I hope this is helpful to you guys. I really loved showing you the process. It's taken so long to get this down, but you know what you like, and you know what you like to use in your journals. You know what you want to use more of and what you want to use less of. So developing a system can be pretty easy. I am struggling and trying to find ways to stay on top of journaling, and so this is a way not to feel like you're failing. And I mean, no one needs to journal, but if you enjoy it, this is something you can do. You can set up a system for yourself. So as always, I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I would love your support with a thumbs up or a comment below. And again, check out my Instagram page for more inspiration, and consider joining my Patreon because there's additional Journal With Me videos that are very chatty, and you get to learn secrets about my life and who I am. And you get tips, and you get monthly, I would say free digitals, but you are paying a membership. But it's a great deal because there's lots of art there. I mean, wow, you pay once and you get all that art. I mean, you can't go wrong. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I love you. You are awesome. You're loved, and you are creative. You are. You just got to do it, okay? Until next time, guys. Love you. Bye.